Social Security will be contacting you. I have all the details and what you need to be aware of right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, it is now that time of year where Social Security will be getting in contact with millions and millions of beneficiaries, and that's what I want to bring to your attention right here in this video, because I've had some of you right here in the community reaching out to me saying, Social Security got in contact with me, I'm not quite sure what this means, I'm a little bit concerned, and is this something I need to be worried about? Well, this is going to be the same case for a lot of people out there right now, and what I want to discuss for you right here in the video, so let's get right into it. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this new information hitting the wire. I'm doing all the necessary research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on and, most importantly, how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course anything out there right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of as a low income or fixed income beneficiary. And I also do want to talk through very important topics just like what we're going to be discussing right here in this video. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward, and I'll be here for you right by your side every single day. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, I'm sticking to it. Alright, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about Social Security and their contact with you, and what does all of this actually mean? So there's a couple different things going on here, and I want to bring all of this to your attention because most of the communication going out from Social Security is nothing to be concerned about. It is nothing to be worried about, and it is going to be a good thing for you when you do get that communication. However, there is other communication going out right now that may not be from Social Security, that may sound like it's from Social Security, and again, I want to bring that to your attention as well. So first off, I want to point this out as far as what you need to be concerned about in regards to Social Security, and then of course, I do want to talk about the real communication going out from Social Security, and is that something you need to be concerned about? So stick with me on this because there's two different elements we're going to talk about here. One is good, and one is bad, okay? All right, so first off, let's quickly talk about the bad here. So I've been seeing this in the headlines somewhat recently. Apparently, there are people calling out to people who may be Social Security beneficiaries or may not be Social Security beneficiaries. This is by the phone, by the way. They're calling out saying, this is Social Security calling you, and they're requesting information. Now, let me tell you this much. Watch out for this. Please be very aware. In most instances, Social Security is not going to call you, okay? Maybe they will in some rare instances, but for the most part, Social Security is not just going to randomly call you someday and ask for your personal information, okay? Like your Social Security number, your birth date, your phone number, or not, obviously they have your phone number if they're calling you, but I mean your name, your address, all that stuff like that. They're not going to call you and ask for that information. So please be very, very aware of this. Watch out for this, okay? It is people impersonating Social Security, pretending to be them, and they're trying to get information. Please be very aware of this, okay? I've seen it a few times in the headlines recently, and I thought, oh, we can't have people falling for this, and unfortunately, there probably will be some people that think this is Social Security, and again, sometimes they come out and, use scare tactics and say, we're going to reduce your benefit or take your benefit. Please be very aware of this. Do not give your information like that, okay? Now, in some very rare instances, maybe your local Social Security office will contact you in the event that you've possibly been in contact with them, and maybe you got something going on with them, like an open ticket with them, or you're working on them to resolve some kind of issue or something like that. Maybe in those instances, your local office will call you, but for the most part, the main, 1-800 number that you call, they're not going to call you, okay? In most instances. So please be very aware of this. If you get a random phone number, random call saying this is Social Security and we need all your personal information, please be very careful with that, okay? Do not just start handing out your personal information. That is way too sensitive to just hand out to anybody. What you could always do is just say, I'm going to check my records. I'll give you a call back. And you could always just call them back by calling the actual 1-800 number for Social Security that we've all called so many times before, okay? So please be very aware of that, okay? So I've seen that popping up a little bit, and I want to make sure that everybody's staying aware of this. There's a lot of different things going on where people are trying to, fish around and get personal information. Just please be very aware and be very careful with who you give your personal information to. All right, so that is one type of communication, and again, that's the bad. It's most likely not Social Security, but it may be them in some very very, very rare instances, but for the most part, it's probably not going to be Social Security. All right, now next, yes, in another form, Social Security will be contacting you, and this is through the annual letter. Now, this is the time of year where Social Security will be sending out millions upon millions of letters to virtually all beneficiaries in regards to your new benefit in 2023. Now, this letter is a real letter from Social Security. Now, again, do I have a full verification that every single letter going out is from Social Security? Well, obviously, I don't have that verification, but this is the time of year that Social Security is sending out the letters to all of the beneficiaries, showing you what your new benefit is going to look like next year in 2023, okay? So if you do get a letter in the mail from Social Security, you probably want to open it, okay? Make sure to open it up, check out what it's saying, because you never know what they're going to be reaching out to you. A lot of times these letters this time of year are good news, and here's why. It's going to give you all the details that you need to know about your monthly benefit, as in how much your raise is going to be for 2023, what deductions you're going to have taken out of your payment, as in like Medicare Part B premiums. It's going to show you how much your new benefit is going to be in 2023. Again, all the standard stuff that we've all seen so many times before. Every single year, this time of year, we get this letter. It's one of those long pieces of paper that has their tear-off sides. You rip off the sides, and then you open it up, and usually on the back, it has the breakdown of your benefit. Again, it's going to show you your gross amount, as in how much you're going to be, what you're eligible to receive, and then it's going to show deductions on your monthly benefit, as in Medicare Part B, again, for example, and it's going to show you how much you're going to be receiving every single month, and it's going to have a bunch of explanations and all kinds of other details on there. Now, again, you know about this letter. You've seen it tons and tons of times before. Some of us have already received it, right? You probably already received it. If you have not received it yet, you're probably going to be getting it very soon. If you don't get it at all, well, then maybe something happened to it. Maybe a neighbor got it. Maybe for some reason it wasn't deliverable. For some reason, maybe it's still delayed. Either way, you should be getting this letter. It's the same letter that we get usually the last couple months of the year. Every single year, it's that same letter that goes out. So watch for that. Now, for some reason, if you do not get the letter ever, you can always log on to the Social Security website, which is ssa.gov. You can log on to your My Social Security account, and you can see all the information that you want to know right there on that account as well. So if you don't have that account, you can always sign up for it. Totally free to do so. You can just go to the Social Security website, again, ssa.gov. You can go on there and you can sign up for a My Social Security account, and you can see all the details that you want to know about your 2023 benefit and anything else that you want to know right there about your account. So you can check it all right there. But in the event that you do get a letter from Social Security, like a physical paper letter in the mail from Social Security, always open those up, okay? Now, obviously, I can't tell you what to do as far as it goes with your mail and any types of communication like that, but you never know what that letter could be. It could possibly be, who knows what, maybe an overpayment letter, some kind of action that they need from you, something like that. You always want to open that type of information up, because you never know what kind of contact Social Security is getting in with you. And again, if it needs action, sometimes some of these letters require action, as in a phone call, a written response. Sometimes it has some kind of information like this, and you want to get in contact with them, because a lot of times these letters are dated and they only give you a very short amount of time to respond. Usually it's not very long, a couple weeks maybe in some instances. So a lot of times you got to respond relatively quickly. Otherwise, they just start moving forward, and they might just say, you didn't respond within the time allowance that we gave you. Sorry, but you're out of luck, okay? So if you ever get some kind of written communication in the mail, you probably want to open it. Now, again, obviously, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just simply saying best practices would suggest you probably want to open it, okay? It might be something important, or it might be just something saying, we got an address change, or, whatever. Who knows what? I'm just simply saying a couple different things. Now, as long as we were talking about that first thing that I talked about, as in the phone calls, and again, watch out for that. Please be very aware of that. Social Security in almost every instance. Okay, now again, in some instances, they may contact you in very rare instances over the phone, but that's going to be very rare, okay? And if they're going to contact you, you're probably going to know about it previously, because you've probably been in contact with somebody at your local office or something like that, and you might have an instance where you would be aware that there's going to be some kind of communication coming to you, as in a phone call. So in that instance, then you may be aware that they'll be calling you from maybe your local office. But other than that, they're not going to call you, okay? Just like the IRS. The IRS does not call you, okay? So if you get some weird phone number calling you saying, hello, this is the IRS, and we're demanding your information, and we're demanding a payment right now today, don't fall for it, okay? It's not the IRS. The IRS does not call you in any circumstances at all. They will send you letters, just like the Social Security Administration. They will send you physical paper letters, but they will not call you, okay? So please be very aware of this. It's unfortunate with all the things that are going on out there right now, but again, we got to be aware of this because you just got to protect yourself. Never give your personal information to anybody, okay? It's just not worth it, okay? Because once they have it, and that's not a good situation, okay? So like I said earlier, if you happen to get a phone call, like I said, that claims to be Social Security, you might just want to say, you know, I'm going to check my records and I'll get back to you here in a little while. Go ahead and then just, you know, call them back. You know what I mean? That's totally fine because you have the number directly to Social Security and you can call them. Why would they be calling you? Good question. They shouldn't be calling you, okay? That's what I'm saying. However, the letter arriving in your mailbox, that's probably legit. In most instances, that is probably a real letter. And you probably want to open it up to see what they've got to say, especially this time of year, as that big old letter will be going out to millions of beneficiaries, letting you know what's going on with your monthly benefit and what it's going to look like in 2023. Anyway, hope this one helps you out. And for those of you that have been reaching out saying, I got contacted by Social Security, is it real? Do I need to be worried? Do I need to be concerned? My answer to that would be, it depends. If it's a physical letter in the mail, you probably don't need to be concerned about it, but it is something you should probably open up, take a scan through, read through it, and see if it's something that possibly needs some action from you. If not, it's just something you can just file away with the rest of your Social Security paperwork. Other than that, if you got a phone call, yeah, you might want to be concerned about that one, okay? Because that's probably not real. It's probably not Social Security. And as far as the IRS, nope, it'll never be real from the IRS because they don't call you. They do not call people. Anyway, I hope this one helps you. I've had a few people reaching out recently saying, I was contacted by Social Security. I don't know what to do. Is it real? Can you look into this? And again, my answers are what I just gave you there a second ago. A phone call, probably not real. Paper in the mail, probably yes, real. So hope that helps you out. Again, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. I know there's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. More things going on today than what have been over the last several years here. A lot of different things. You always got to be watching your back because you never know who's out there trying to fish around and get your personal information. And like I said, please don't give it to anybody, including me. I don't want your personal information either. I don't have any use for that. I don't want it. I have no use for that. I'm not, the type of person to do anything with it, and I do not want it. So please do not try to give it to me. Believe it or not, I have had people reach out and give me their name, their birth date, their address, and yes, even their Social Security number. I don't want that, okay? Please don't send it to me. I don't need that information for you, okay? So anyway, hope this one helps you out. Again, until next time, please enjoy your day. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Have a good one. Stay warm out there. And as always, happy holidays. I hope you're doing well, and I'll catch you again later in the next